Good morning, children. Today we will be talking about the third lesson Earth, Movements, and Seasons. And in this lesson, the three important concepts which you are going to learn are seasons, factors affects the seasons, temperature belts on the earth. So today I will deal with seasons. Now, before going into seasons, let us recall what is rotation, revolution, and seasons. And you all know, children, the earth does two things, it rotates and it revolves around the sun. Now, what is rotation? How does the earth rotates? And earth rotates on its axis. What is an axis? It is an imaginary line which is going from the north to the south pole. So it is connecting the north pole and the south pole, and this imaginary line is called as axis, and earth will turn around this axis. Now, if the earth is rotating, what will happen? The days and nights are caused because of the earth rotation. Now, when earth is rotating, the whole part, you know that earth is in spherical shape, and the whole part of the earth, it cannot face the sun. So when it is rotating, only half part of the earth will be facing to the sun. So the part which is facing to the sun will be having day, and the part which is not facing the sun, it will have night. And earth will take 24 hours to complete one rotation. So hence days and nights are formed by the rotation of the earth. I told you earth will rotate and it will also revolve. Now what is revolving? Going around the sun. The earth will revolve around the sun, and it is taking 365 and 5 hours and 56 minutes to complete one rotation. Now when it is rotating, it is having a path or a way, and this is called as an orbit. So because of rotation and revolution, we are having days and nights, and revolution, we are having seasons. Yes, children? Now, what are seasons? Now, if you observe our surroundings, we see many changes. Sometimes you see the flowers, the plants are flowering. Sometimes we see fruits, and in different seasons, we get different types of flowers and fruits. Okay, so seasons are caused by the revolution. Children, we are having different types of seasons. Now, in these slides, you are having four seasons: winter, summer, spring, and autumn. And you can find these four types of seasons in subpolar and temperate regions of the world. And we can experience these four seasons. In the first picture, you are having winter season, and you can see that the trees are covered with ice. And in the second picture, it is spring season, and in the third picture, you can find new leaves coming, and it is summer season. And the last picture is autumn season. Now, when it is coming to our country, we all know that we are having three seasons: summer, winter, and rainy season. But according to our ancient Sanskrit literature, they divided the year into six seasons. And the spring, Vasanta; winter, Shashira; summer, Grishma; monsoon, Varsha; autumn, Sharad; and pre-winter, Hemanta. Now Vasanta, it marks the end of the cold winter with flowering of trees, and it is also the harvest time for winter season. Seshira is the coldest period of the year, and Himalaya regions they receive snowfall during this time. Grishma is the time when which is the hottest in most part of India, and Varsha Ritu it marks the beginning of the rainy and agriculture operations in most part of the India. Sharad, the sky becomes clear and the monsoon crops ripen. Hemanta, which is also another pleasant time across the country. So, children, you learned about rotation, revolution, and different types of season. We are having four factors that affect the seasons. First one is the spherical shape of the earth and the curvature, rotation of the earth on its axis, the tilt of axis of rotation, the earth movement around the sun. So now let us see the first factor, curvature of the earth. You all know that the earth is in spherical shape. So the sun rays will be falling at 90 degrees in a straight at equator. As it is going to the poles, the sun rays will be falling slantingly. And due to the curvature, the heat distribution of the heat is changing from place to place. The whole earth is not receiving the same amount of heat. At equator it is hot. As we are going towards the poles, the temperature is decreasing. The second one is the earth rotation on its axis. You know, the axis is an imaginary line which is going from the north to the south pole, and the earth is rotating around it. When the earth is rotating, it will not change its position. It will be standing at the same place. Okay, children? And it will take 24 hours to complete one rotation, and due to this rotation only days and nights are caused, and the earth will rotate from west to east. Now suppose what will happen if the earth is not rotating? Then the half part which is facing the sun will be having day, the another half which is not facing the sun, it will be having night continuously for years together, and and people cannot live on this earth. So because of rotation, days and nights are causing, and it is helping for us to live on earth. Now the next one is the tilt of the axis of rotation. You all know that earth is rotating on the axis, but the earth is not straight. The earth is tilted, it is bending slightly. So what is happening here? You all know that equator, it is 90 degrees, so the sun rays will be falling straightly, and it is very heat. But when due to the tiltness, and how much it is tilting by 23.5 degrees. So a 65.5 angle is formed, and due to the tiltness sometimes the northern pole will not be receiving heat, sometimes the southern pole will not be receiving the heat. And the next one is the earth movement around the sun. You all know that earth will rotate, it will also revolve around the sun, and the earth will revolve around the sun, and it will take to complete one revolution, it will take 365 days and 5.56 hours, and the way or the path on which the earth is rotating around the sun, it is called as orbit. Now, because of this Earth's rotation and revolution around the sun, the seasons like summer, winter, spring, autumn are caused. Now, you all know that equator will divide the earth into two parts, the north and the south hemisphere. Look at this picture, children. Now you can see the earth revolving around the sun. Because of this revolving around the sun, different seasons are caused. Now look at here, December 22nd. Now if you see the position of the earth here, the south part of the earth is able to receive the sun. So it is summer here, and the north part is not able to receive heat. So it is winter. So it is quite opposite. In south, if it is summer, in north, it will be winter, children. Again, come to this June 21st. Now, if you see here in this, the earth position is such a way that the north part is facing the sun. So here we are having summer, and the south part is not far away from the sun, and it is not able to receive so much of heat. So we are having here winter. Now did you observe clearly that you have to remember it? They are quite opposite seasons we will be having in the north and the south hemisphere. Okay, in north if it is summer, in south it will be winter, and in north if it is winter, in south it will be summer. Now again see the position of the earth, March 21st. Here it is above the sun, and here you can see that in the south we are having autumn, and in the north we are having spring. And come to September 23rd. Here in the north we are having autumn, in the south we are having spring. And at this March 21st and September 23, almost the earth will receive the same amount of heat. But in December 22nd and June 21st, the heat received by the earth is changing. That is the reason here we are having summer and winter. Last topic is temperature belts on earth. Children, we are having three temperature belts: the tropical belt, the temperate belt, and the polar belt. Now, the tropical belt, it is extending from Tropic of Cancer to Tropic of Capricorn. It is on the either sides of the equator. So 23 and half degrees north to 23 and half degrees south. This area will come under the tropical belt. Next one is the temperate belt. It is extending from Tropic of Cancer to Arctic Circle, again in the south, Tropic of Capricorn to Antarctic Circle. And the last one is the polar belt. This is extending from 66 half degrees north Arctic Circle to the North Pole, and 66 and half degrees Antarctic Circle to the South Poles. Now let us see the tropical belt. This tropical belt is extending from Tropic of Cancer to Tropic of Capricorn. And you all know that at the equator the sun rays fall straight. So here the temperature is hot. Okay, you are having maximum heat here. Now let us go to the temperate belt. This is starting from Tropic of Cancer to Arctic Circle and Tropic of Capricorn to Antarctic Circles. Now here in this diagram you can see the green color. So this is called as temperate belt. Here the summers are warm and it is very cold. Now, if you see what continents are coming here, some part of Asia and Europe, and below you're getting South Africa. The next one is the polar belt. This is extending from Arctic Circle to the North Pole and Antarctic Circle to the South Pole. Now, here we are having 6 months summer and 6 months winter. And you will be learning this topic in your next lesson in detail. Now, look at this diagram, children. Now, if you had observed it, March 21st and September 23, the sun rays fall straightly on the equator, and here we are having spring and autumn seasons. And here, as the sun rays are falling straightly, we have equal, the night and the days are equal. That means we are having 12 hours night and 12 hours days. So this we call as equinox. And if you observe December 22nd and June 21st, here you have winter in the northern hemisphere and summer in the south. Again, in June 21st, you are having summer in the north, winter in the south. Now, you all know in summer, the day is long and the night is short. So, the day and nights are not equal. Sometimes the day is long, sometimes the night is long. So, we call it as solstice. Okay. Okay, children, let us meet in the next lesson. And here is a map, and if you observe this, you can see the countries which are under the tropical zone, temperate belt, and the frigid zone. Now if you see the tropical belt, you can see India, South India is under it, and in Africa also you can see, and even here South America and some part of Australia. And temperate, if you see North India, Asia, Europe, North America, and here some part of South America is coming under temperate belt. Now if you go to the frigid zone or the polar belt, you can see that in the North Pole, the North Europe, and even the North America, the north part, some part like Alaska will come under the polar region, and in the south we are having Antarctic, and we do not find any life here. Thank you, children.